Time now to talk Tiger tennis on ETBU Extra as we broadcast live from the first floor of the Ornella Student Center on the campus of East Texas Baptist University. And before we talk with head coach Jeff Bramlett, I need to talk to you about this week's fan poll. And I wrote down the things that you were supposed to vote for this week. Was it the women's basketball team winning those last two games to get into the American Southwest Conference postseason tournament? Or was it the Lady Tiger tennis team with the upset over number 23 ranked Laverne, which we'll talk with Coach Bramlett here in a moment? Or was baseball sweeping the series against the University of Dallas in a great outing they had up in Irving? And the winner, according to Adam Ledyard, as he checks on his phone, is football? Women's basketball. Okay. All right, 47% to 43%, the second one. So women's basketball, this week's winner of the ETBU fan vote, sponsored by the Workman's ETBU alum, who are part of Team Higher Purpose in Advocare. All right, let's talk Tiger tennis, and I know Coach Bramlett is ready to talk about his Lady Tigers. They had a very a different kind of a meet, not a tennis match set up with Laverne, number 23 ranked from California. You played in Waco, and just kind of take us through that meet, because we got the word back at the softball game that you won 7-2, and we just went crazy with the upset that your Lady Tigers had over Laverne.
Oh, yeah, it was very exciting. I mean, we were excited just to have them on the schedule. And then, second of all, we just wanted to keep it competitive. And then we got about halfway through the doubles, and we realized, hey, we may actually take a lead in the doubles. It took about an hour and a half. We ended up dropping the number 2 doubles, 8-2, with Tiffany and Elizabeth. It was actually much closer than the score indicated. And then we were up 6-3 at the number 1 doubles, and then ended up 6-all. Got very competitive there at the end. Ended up holding on, winning that 8-6. And then we just reached a stalemate about an hour into the match, and it took about another 30 minutes to finish that one. Finally, an hour and a half later, we ended up winning that one 8-6 and took a 2-1 lead. And then, boy, you could just hear a pin drop at that point. It was just silence. I think they were a little bit stunned that we took the lead on them, and it was very exciting for our girls. They couldn't wait to get on the court in the singles. They knew that we had a chance for the upset at that point. So we got all 6 girls singles on, and Kate immediately jumped on her girl very, very quickly, played very well. She was the first match off the court. We jumped out to a 3-1 lead. And then I think Kayla was next, 4-1 lead, and then Bree was the next one to get us a 5-1 lead. I guess probably about an hour and a half into it, we had a 5-1 lead, had the thing clinched. Everything was just icing on the cake at that point. I think Kelly won her match to get us a 6-1 lead. Tiffany lost a very, very close match, super tiebreaker in the third set. And then Malika, oh boy, it seemed like about 3 hours later, finally Malika reeled in our 7th and final win out there, and we finished probably about 2:30 that afternoon to get our 7th win to finish with the 7-2 victory.
Well, last week, Coach Bramlett, we talked about the ladies going to play number 23 ranked Laverne and how just staying close to them would be a big confidence booster for your program. But now, since you won over in that match, how is the confidence level this week as your team's been out working out?
Oh, yeah, it's just sky high, and it's just a matter of trying to get them back to earth now a little bit, and trying to get them focused, ready to get ready for the next match. We got UT Dallas this weekend, and just trying to get their focus back and that sort of thing. But yeah, their confidence is sky high. They feel like they can beat anyone out there that they play, and so that's a good thing. So that the difficult thing, like I say, is just trying to get them focused and realizing that we're still very, very early in the season. We got a long season, and we want to be playing our best tennis come April, and that's a long ways down the road.
Of course, with Kayla Casey, Lady Tiger tennis player, with her great showing in that tournament as doubles player as well as a singles player against Laverne, she's named the American Southwest Conference Tennis Player of the Week. That's always good to see pop up in your email.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, boy, that's just a huge honor, not only for Kayla, but for our entire tennis program to get that for the ASC, and then it couldn't have been a bigger venue for her to win that award. Out there at Waco at the regional tennis center against number 23 or top 25 nationally ranked opponent out of California to win that award against them. It's not only great for our university, but it really bodes well for our entire conference as well.
Well, this week, both the men and the ladies will be in action. You've already mentioned about a meet coming up, a tennis match coming up with UT Dallas. Kind of talk about what you're looking forward to as you host UT Dallas here at the courts here on the campus of ETBU.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 separate matches, which is unusual. They're going to be bringing the men's the team down to play us 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, and then we'll have a separate match 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. But should be 2 very, very good teams. That's one of the elite teams out of the West, and a lot of people are picking them to win both the men's and the women's side out of the West. But that's going to be a strong match. That's a team that we wanted to play last year, and that's when the blizzard hit over here. And I don't think they could even get out of their parking lot out of there. We felt like we had a real good chance to beat them on both sides of the lineup last year, and we were just sorely disappointed we didn't get to play that. The kids they were just sick that we didn't get to play that one, especially our men's side. So we're looking forward to that, and we expect a tough battle on both sides. We really do.
Last spring we were talking about the weather and not being able to get on the court because of rain and ice and cold, but this year we're being blessed with some great weather right now. Are you taking advantages of this extra time of warmness in February?
Yeah, well now don't jinx us, Mike. You're gonna hex us. So, yeah, no, we're definitely taking advantage of it. I mean, we were out working out at 7 o'clock in the weight room this morning, and we've been out there every evening late underneath the lights. And after we have our mandatory practice, people are staying out there hitting for another hour or so afterwards, and taking advantage of those brand new lights that we have. And I know they've been getting out hitting some on their own on the weekends. So we're making hay, as the old timers say, while we can.
I was very impressed as I drove by leaving work yesterday and just seeing how hard both teams, the men and ladies, out there working out at the Veterans Memorial Tennis Complex here at the corner of Van Zandt and Tiger Drive. Well, Coach Bramlett, any final words before we let you go enjoy lunch today?
Nothing other than we hope to have a big crowd out for this Friday afternoon at 2 and this Saturday afternoon at 2, and appreciate the support so far this year, and appreciate your work.
All right, Coach Bramlett, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And, of course, the Tigers this weekend at home. And come on out if you can. It should be a beautiful weekend for tennis on the campus of East Texas Baptist University. Still to come, our last segment, we'll talk Tiger baseball with the head coach of the Tigers, Jared Hood, in just a moment on ETBU Extra.